Week 1, baby, we're back. We're back. The First Down Under podcast is back.
Season 2, bitch.
Season 2, bitch. But also the 50-something season.
54th?
Is it 50? No, there's been 54 Super Bowls already. How do we not know this? How do we not know this?
58th season.
Is it 58 Super Bowls?
59th season.
59th? Are you
Isn't it
sure?
Super Bowl 58 this year?
Can somebody do a fact check?
fuck,
Matt,
that's
do
a
a fact check.
shock.
It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, there's been a lot of seasons, but we are in season 2, and we are super fucking chuffed to be back. I know all the boys are going to speak on behalf of you, but I know we're all pretty pumped to be back. To all field fairly competitive teams, except for maybe the Patriots, and with Mac Daddy Jones down there. But boys, how's it feel to be ready for the NFL season, which kicks off tomorrow?
Ready for another year of disappointment and hope from Dallas.
Which one
Can't
comes first? Surely there's hope every
There's
year.
hope, and then there's a loss in the divisional or the wild card. If you're lucky.
Maybe Zeke can start Dallas off
Week
by
4.
beating the Eagles this week.
Exactly.
Who's playing quarterback? That's usually the difference maker because it seemed like it went well without
Trade by week 4 to beat the Niners in week 5 on Sunday Night Football.
Oh yeah, no worries. Well, with what talent?
What do you mean CD?
No, but Trey's got to get the ball to him.
Yeah, he's still
what,
got to
he doesn't
throw
have-
it.
He has the arm size.
Oh, no,
he has the throwing capacity.
He's got the
he
arm
has
size,
everything.
maybe
He has
by
the
length,
legs.
but not quite by like
Mate,
skill set.
The Niners could have easily got another 3 firsts for him, sure.
What about the
Yeah,
take
yeah.
that they traded for him because he can simulate Jalen Hurts in practice? Like, has anyone heard that? It's astonishing.
Wow,
Like,
for twice a year, maybe
Yeah.
3 times in an entire year. That's
Who
a
said
lot of
that?
commitment.
oh, it's been. I've heard it a couple of times, but
We all know what it is.
What?
We're putting pressure on Dak. That's what it is.
Contract
isn't it?
year next
Contract
year.
year.
60
A whole
mil
bunch
dead
of cash.
hit.
Probably. Did anyone see this Colin Cowherd thing where like
Which part?
well apparently he used to date Colin Cowherd's daughter.
Who did?
Trey Lance.
Oh,
They were
wow.
like dating, and then there was like some footage of him like talking up about how good Trey Lance is going to be in the NFL before they like broke up, and then they broke up, and then there's all this footage of him like totally shitting on Trey Lance. It's like the funniest shit in the world because it's definitely chalk and cheese, and it's like months difference. You know,
Was this
so-
before or after he was talking shit about Dwayne Haskins?
Definitely before.
Look,
well, he was talking facts, despite how immoral
And
his
there you
producer's
are,
behaviour
team.
was.
It
But yeah,
took us about 3 minutes in to be politically incorrect.
Oh.
You're up for a good season this year. We're up for a good season this year. I wish sometimes this podcast was a bit like Top Gear. You know how when you used to watch like the starting episode in the season of Top Gear, and there'd be like
They sit on
all
the
the
couch
cars
and cars.
exploding, and really cool shit and confetti and fireworks and stuff.
We can edit that in,
Live
can't we?
audience.
We can probably do. Well, I want to do a
for him to blow
montage.
a car up over there, surely.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
it is.
Drive a car in here. and
Well,
blow it up.
I definitely want to do a montage at the end of this season. I think that'll be a little bit of fun, especially now as we are on video. So no longer are we just coming to your earbuds, your earphones, or the speaker on your shitty iPhone 5.
You get to see our beautiful faces.
eye
You
hole.
get to see us, yeah. You get to see our beautiful faces, and as always, we've got a pretty good show planned for today. We're going to be talking about. Well, a bunch of games that we're going to preview, as always. We're going to get into our multi. Hopefully, Mitch, are we going to do a little bit better this year on the multi?
It's hard to do worse. So, yeah.
Well, we had 500 negative.
Yeah, about that.
Well, no. We're at reset. We're at reset. It's a new year, new us. We're at a reset point. We've got our SKs, as always, to go in and predict. And we are going to finish like we did last year in every episode with a little bit of garbage time from Evan. But with that out of the way, fellas, just give me one thing that you're totally amped up or pumped up about this season. Just give me one thing that's getting you totally fucking chuffed and fired up.
Deshaun Watson getting done again. I don't know, for like massage parlor infractions.
That's what excites
It's a
you?
prediction.
Yeah, that's a prediction, and it's what I'm excited about. He won't see the season through. Yeah, no, I'm actually
Yeah.
keen to see how he goes and how the Browns go in general. And I kind of like want to hope it's an absolute travesty where he is like actually cooked, and they've just got all this like guaranteed money on their hands, and the Browns might be the ones going to London and not Jacksonville.
I mean, the Browns habitually make these types of mistakes. Like this is just the Cleveland Browns. It's
Yeah.
you look up the Cleveland Browns in the dictionary and it's like bad money moves. It's yeah. The other day I moved some money around in one of my business accounts, and my business partner said that was a Cleveland Brown.
Yeah, it is an ism, isn't it?
It is an ism. It's becoming an ism. Mitch, what's got you pumped up?
Jacksonville, I think.
Yeah?
Massive improvement.
Duval.
One win to 9 last year. Clear favourite in their division. Super Bowl winning coach. Quarterback that's promised the world forever. Loaded squad. Play an exciting brand. Got better offensively as the season went on last year.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see them go. I don't think they'll be going to London if they go as well as what I think they will this year.
Yeah. And how well is that?
I think that they're AFC favourite.
You reckon?
Yeah,
AFC favourite.
yeah, because they've got the easiest
Yeah,
path
true.
to a 1 seed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
You
the
reckon?
South, which is easy
Yeah.
6 games.
And have they got a pretty favourable schedule?
And I think they got the
Yeah.
NFC South as well.
Well, they've got a
Yeah, they got South versus South this
they
year.
do have a South versus South. I mean, they've got a first place schedule, and they were a weak first place team last year, only winning 9 games. But they're not the only first place team that's a bit,
Shaky.
they're on the improve, and some probably aren't. I think, and yeah, you've got the East is harder with Rodgers coming in. You've got the West is always tough, let alone what happens with the Denver. Like Chargers will be good, and Lamar back in the North. Steelers improving. Cleveland.
Cleveland steaming.
Cleveland to be confirmed.
Cleveland steaming.
And
They
Joe
Cleveland
Burrow.
got enough good players, but
Yeah. It's just fucking Cleveland. Evan.
I'm honestly looking forward to what happens in Arizona.
Yeah.
Honestly, I said last episode they could go 0-17, they could go 1-16, but then they tanked for Caleb. What do you do with Kyler? I want to know. They say as the non-football injury, he's out for the first 4 or 5 weeks.
someone will buy.
Yeah.
Someone will trade for
Because
him.
someone will
that's a
trade
crazy contract, like 98 million dead cap or money they have to still pay him.
Well, he doesn't have that much bad football in the NFL. Like he had the
first year was great.
2/3 of his first year was good. Like
the last 4
10
weeks
and
of
1
the
or
third,
something.
and then the third year was a struggle.
Yeah, he's probably played 9, 10 bad games out of 20 odd, and he's a number 1 pick. Like someone will trade for that contract.
Just need the right type of coach.
And even the
I think-
Rams could be tanking as well in the same division because besides Aaron Donald and Cooper Kupp, what have they got? Stafford. Well,
You know,
they've already won their Super Bowl. Now it's time for their dead money and their picks to come back to them.
yeah. Well, speaking of Arizona, did anyone see that video footage that Arizona embarrassingly put up on like their, I don't know, they've got like a, every team's got their own fucking production
one
now on
jet
YouTube,
drive
right? Yeah,
type
like
thing,
one jet
yeah.
drive, right?
Yeah.
And they had Jonathan Gannon like trying to pump up the team.
Oh,
This
yeah,
awkward
yeah.
cunt.
Yeah.
And he goes, who drove today?
Yeah, who drove to
Who got
the
the bus?
Who took the bus?
Wait, was that edited though? Because he just goes straight from that into you know why you're here and like gene them up. Did he go
whole
straight from
thing was
talking about
so
the
lame.
bus? Was that edited or was that like legit?
I don't know.
Well, that I know. I went back and I watched it on YouTube, and it hadn't been clipped out. Like if they've edited it, they've edited it poorly for themselves. The dumb fuck.
Yeah,
so
it seems to be
you know,
straight after it.
yeah,
What
yeah,
happened the
yeah.
previous week? Didn't he say that's fire? Like
No, that was a while ago. No. He was talking to I can't remember which player, and he was like, "Hey, speed." You know, lightning, shoom, shoom, shoom,
Oh.
shoom, shoom, or some shit like that. It was like, shoom, shoom, phew. And you can just see this running back or whatever the fuck this player being like, we're fucked. We're totally fucked. Like this is the guy that I meant to fucking follow. Shoom, shoom, shoom. You know?
Yeah.
Yourself, John, what's your looking forward to prediction?
We're going to go into 4 downs when I say
Oh,
this.
here we
3
go.
words. The bad man. The bad man. How can I not be fucking amped up by the bad man? We have had nothing but poor quarterback play for an extremely long time, and
The Cleveland Browns. Yeah.
mediocre play will get me amped up and excited. The only thing I'm not happy about is the fact that we got so many primetime games, and for whatever reason, you know, I need a job, so I've got to go to work. I like the 3 a.m. games. That's my only commiseration. Otherwise, the bad man. I'm very, very excited for this season, of course. And on that note, let's get into our 4 downs. Who wants to kick us off? So, just for the new listeners, and in this case, the watchers, the viewers now, our 4 downs. Yeah, that's you.
And
That's
that's
you.
you too.
That is
You.
Press
that
the
is
like button.
everybody. Yes, press the like button, hit subscribe. At this point, I should be a
Instagram,
YouTuber
YouTube,
and say,
TikTok, we're all
go
coming.
do all this stuff and buy my Mr. Beast chocolate bar. Here's the thing, guys. 4 downs is our opportunity to bring something to the table, whether it's a controversial opinion, whether it's something that gets us excited. But the point is, we're going to encourage discussion about something that we're quite passionate about. Who wants to kick us off? Who's got a down to bring?
Evan's already snaked me. I was going to talk about Arizona.
Well, go into it.
We'll
Let's talk
finish.
about
We'll
it.
finish that thought. It's kind of crazy. So they don't trade DeAndre Hopkins. They
Cut him.
cut him, and gets picked up by Tennessee. Isaiah
Pacheco.
no,
Not Pacheco, he's a
Pacheco.
running
What's
back
the
for the Chiefs.
Simmons?
Simmons
Simmons,
to,
the linebacker.
To Philly.
Yeah, to the Giants.
The Giants
He's
pick.
at
I
the
thought
Giants.
Philly
He's
was
at
a
the-
7th round pick.
No, traded to the Giants. Anyway,
Yeah, 6th
Colt
round, 7th.
McCoy, their veteran quarterback, while Kyler is nursing his injury, and they get Josh fucking Dobbs.
Starting week 1.
Well, we don't know because then
No,
there's.
it's confirmed. He's starting week 1.
Oh dear, my
Is he?
God.
Yeah.
When's he going to
Yeah.
start growing eyebrows?
Colt McCoy's always injured as well.
Well, if you look at his photo on ESPN, he's kind of got. I don't know if they're like the tattooed kind of eyebrows. You can
Right.
cut, but
Yeah.
it's a little
Little
clearer.
fetusy.
Then I don't know what's going on. But he's a little fetusy. Yeah, but yeah. The point is like no one in the NFL tanks, but they're fucking tanking. Like they're tanking for Caleb. But here's the fly in the ointment, the little hair in the soup. Did you guys hear about Caleb Williams' dad?
No.
He was on some like radio show and he's saying, "Oh, he might stay in school for another year."
Listen, that would not be uncommon, and I think he probably should if that's where he's going to end
Yeah.
up. I mean, it's happened before. Peyton Manning did it to the Jets. The Jets had the first overall pick, and then Peyton decided to stay in school because he didn't want to go to the Jets. It has happened before where players
Yeah,
have
I
either
mean-
kicked and screamed their way out, or
Trevor
Yeah.
Lawrence a couple years ago stayed in school for an extra year not to go to the Browns.
yeah, and then ended up with Urban Meyer.
yeah,
He's got Doug now though, but I don't know. The Rams could be tanking just as hard. Like obviously they've got 3 outstanding older players, but 2 of them, one of them's off a massive injury, one of them's already injured this year.
One's half
They're in the
retired.
same division, and you'll probably. I'd say that if McVay stays around, being an LA kid, that he'll go to the Rams if they end up with the 1 pick. I don't know. It'd be a fair race between Arizona. They could win 2 games between them.
They may stop each other
Well,
from the
there
tank.
has to be 2 games they win total because they play each other.
Yeah, but it's like LA
But-
have Aaron fucking Donald, man, and they actually have like a good unit, a coach that wants to win. We're just talking about Gannon. It's a
Yeah.
freaking weird cunt.
Yeah,
My
obviously
God.
McVay's a better coach, but I mean, outside of the personal, like McVay is a type of guy that boredom aside himself, like he could if he went 3-14, like the Rams wouldn't sack him. He's got the street cred there. Gannon will be one and done. They'll just sacrifice him. Like he's just going to win 1 or 2 games and he'll just be out on the street. But
it's the Brian Flores.
Yep.
yeah,
You know,
Oh,
paid to tank.
100K.
Paid to tank. Except Brian Flores never wanted to tank. You know, he wanted to build a good team and try his hardest. And Jonathan Gannon is pew 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 money in the bank account. He's taking it. You know, and he's just going to end up back at Philly as a defensive coordinator again.
yeah. I don't know. Like they are. I think they're actively tanking, but it's not going to be that easy. Like there's a fair bottom in the NFC. Like there's a hot field of poor teams.
With them, LA, Houston from the AFC, probably the worst squad.
They still
I
got a
think.
quarterback now with CJ.
One or two in the teams in the NFC South could be absolutely horseshit as well. Like they're all
Yeah,
got big question marks.
I think it'd be Carolina.
Carolina, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, they're not going to tank for a quarterback.
No.
You'd think this has got one last year, but
Could get a good trade package though.
they're not going to pivot off in 1 year.
No, I
No,
don't think so.
definitely
Not
First,
that soon.
New coach, new coach, new quarterback.
You got to give it the run. You got to give it the run.
But all this is to say, it'd be absolutely hilarious if Caleb does stay in school for another year.
Go the John Elway, the Eli. Eli did it. Oh, Eli didn't stay.
No,
Eli just wanted-
Eli forced a trade.
Forced to trade, yeah.
From the
John
Chargers.
Elway.
That's right,
Even
yeah.
Elway did it as well with the Colts.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elway forced it as well. He'd
yeah.
said, I don't want to
Playing
go
for
for
Baltimore Colts.
Yeah.
Baltimore Colts, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
Yeah, talking of Elway, I mean,
Talking to Elway.
and not where he's the greatest the franchise's greatest player. I think it's so interesting to see Denver. Like the first week, it's nearly must win against the Raiders. Like 2 teams, new quarterbacks, fresh start. Well, not new quarterback at Denver, but new coach with quarterback. Super tough division. Both teams on the clock to start with a win, or there's going to be huge pressure on the narrative will continue on Russell or on Josh McDaniels. So exciting game like that first week, I reckon.
Did you hear Sean Payton tell? I don't know if he told Russ. No, he told the media. He's like, "Oh yeah, I've told Russ to stop kissing babies. You're not a fucking politician."
I
or
saw
something."
that. Yeah. And he also said that anyone who false starts has to do a whole lap of the stadium.
Oh really?
Yeah.
He's
What a mad dog.
He's coming in and I guess bringing some 1995 Bill Parcells into the fucking 4A.
Yeah.
Although I just don't know how much of
need
that's
eh?
it, man.
legal anymore.
yeah. And I
You
don't know.
know,
If I don't.
is he-
like Denver are quite a physical team. Like I don't think they need to get tougher. Like they just
No.
need, like
You
they
know-
had
Still a hard
third
place
or
to
fourth
win,
best
though.
defense in the league last year.
It's just, you know what I'm seeing out of Sean Payton's personality right now? It's like a mixture of Greg Williams with the whole like bounty thing and fucking Urban Meyer like coming together.
Yeah,
Like that's
I
a
like
clash
that,
of personalities, and that's what's happening at the moment.
I tell you
know?
what it is. It's ownership that's not that present. Like giving
Yeah.
complete control to this one
Dude,
which
who's won Super Bowl in his life.
and has no street cred in this organisation. Like it's
Exactly.
it's fair enough. I don't know. Bill Belichick gets it by year 8 with the Patriots. Like, but it literally hasn't coached a game for Denver.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
that's
and,
true.
Yeah, I mean, is he any more accomplished a coach than Wilson as a quarterback? Like, is there a chance that Wilson just tells him to fuck off? Like when he says stuff like that. He's got every right to.
Man,
Got every right to.
He's a
mine.
man
I think
of
he's too
God.
nice.
He
He's
can't-
too
yeah,
nice.
He's
He's too
Fake
nice.
nice,
Yeah.
I think he's just happier posing for photos on the team's logo in the middle of the stadium. Like, isn't that what he does nowadays?
They're on the clock, but they have to beat the Raiders. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
It's
I agree.
They've really got to turn it around. Like they were so disappointing last year.
Well, they're in
Man.
with the chance if Chandler Jones doesn't play.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
had this massive blow up.
No.
At, you see this happen like today.
What happened?
He was on Instagram and he was just absolutely laying into McDaniels and the GM. I don't know what it's about, but he was basically just
Him getting paid.
probably
Must
money.
be.
Yeah, it's probably money.
That's so
but yeah, like
interesting.
McDaniels is
Adams
like full
coming-
playing it
coming?
down.
Yeah, well, Devonta Adams
Yeah.
might be. Yeah, bit of trade bait. Well, you know, we now need a third receiver because
Well,
Corey
that's
Davis
the thing.
retired.
That's the thing
Yeah,
for the Raiders are a little bit like the Rams. Like they have 3 or 4 like really elite players, and
They just paid Josh Jacobs though.
yeah, they just paid Josh Jacobs. They have Max Crosby. They have Devontae. Like, you know, if they're 0-5 and you know decisions to be made, do you just blow it all up? Join the tanking race. Another team close to the West Coast to get Caleb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
It's
that
a tank race for this year.
yeah, and Vegas is a place that people might like to play. Like that's also, I think, a big difference maker. You know, Arizona it could be a cool place to play. It's not a hole. It's like you got the cheeky babes down at Arizona State. It's not the worst
growing
not the-
area.
not the
of
worst place in the
states.
world.
Yeah.
But that being said, you compare that to Vegas, where you instantly become a superstar. And what's more attractive for Caleb Williams? Who knows?
Yeah. He's going to be super sought after, and there's a few West Coast teams, Southwest teams that are potentially going to be really bad.
Yeah, I think so.
Um,
I think so. Evan,
My turn. Well,
it is your
won't-
turn.
It won't be a surprise to the old listeners, but to
You
the
can
new
talk about
ones, I'm
Philly.
a big Dallas fan, obviously. So I am talking about Dallas. No, Philly, fuck them. 3rd place in the East or 4th place, whatever I said.
Righto,
Right.
Stephen A.
Yeah, reverse Stephen A.
It's like Stephen A. talk about the Knicks.
Mine revolves around week 1 and the Dallas hoodoo, reverse hoodoo. So Dak owns the NFC East. If you guys don't know, 27-7 record. He's lost his first 2 games to the Giants as a rookie. Since then, he's been 10-0 against the Giants. So Dak hasn't lost to the Giants since 2016 when he was a rookie. Now, since 2011, every game that Dallas has lost week 1, they've made the playoffs. Every game they've won week 1, they haven't made the playoffs. So, what do Dallas do? Do they continue with the curse?
I think they lose. That's what they've got to do. They've got to lose.
I
that
think
logic,
they'd rather make
yeah.
the playoffs than beat the Giants. So,
So, the last time they lost was against a New York team in 2011 on Sunday Night Football. Which was?
Which was the Darrell Rivers interception, by the way,
Exactly.
on 9/11.
Yep. 1 minute 40 left in the 4th. Thanks,
Yeah, it
Romo.
was gorgeous interception by D-Bags.
So, mine revolves around Dallas in their week 1 hoodoo. I said it last year, they lost week 1, which I'm like, it was a blessing in disguise. Cooper Rush came in, took us to 5-1. So, who knows with this? I'm not saying Dak's going to get injured.
who
Trey
they lose
Lance-
to in first game?
We lost to Bucks.
Bucks. That's right.
The
Yeah,
field goal galore.
Yes.
Brett
yeah.
Maher,
Nah,
gone.
Yeah,
Gorskis.
yeah, but the vacuum doing the business for Tampa. Yeah.
Brandon Aubrey's on you, kicker.
Yeah.
Who?
Brandon Aubrey. 71 rated on Madden. That's the only way I found out who our kicker was.
Oh,
the, only,
God.
the only good thing Madden has.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I got to say, if I can just quickly talk about Madden for a second. I know this
disgrace.
is off topic, but I played a game with him the other day. I went over to his house, and I actually sat there and said, I would just be so embarrassed if I put this product out. It's so fucking shit. It lags on a PS5 when you're not playing online. There's
Hit sticks.
a handoff. He did like a read option, and he like kept the option ball, but then the option ball floated forward 5 yards to the running back for a first down. It's I would be EA if you're
NFL,
watching,
pull out of the deal. Give it back to
give it back
2K.
to 2K because EA, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be embarrassed.
Shame.
It is the worst football game I have ever played in my life. Anyway, my fourth down has to do with a new rule. And it has to do with, I believe, the integrity of the sport, which is now being captured by these fucking... it's really common now to call everyone like a Nazi, I guess. It's like the rule Nazis, you know? What
safety
is
Nazis?
with the safety Nazis? What the fuck is with this kickoff
Were the Nazis safe?
rule? They work for their own kind, I'm sure. But seriously,
They
what...
both have hand signs.
They both have hand signs, and they both wear black and white outfits. But what the fuck, honestly, is with this new kickoff rule? You can fair catch it from anywhere behind the 25, and you're instantly at the 25. This is a play to start to remove that play in the game. And next is punting. And then what? I think this is ridiculous. You've also got to consider... There's like a player who builds their entire career around being a returner. Punt returner, kick returner. And now you're going to start to make that position obsolete. You've already fucked off all the running backs because they can't get paid.
Yeah.
Now you're going to piss off all the fucking returners. Now special teams is what? You're actually going to lose a really good portion of a roster. And here's the biggest travesty, I think. Bubble players who cannot make it into the starting crop, but are athletic and deserve to be on a team, and in the 90s would be fucking superstars. Devin Hester's. You're going to lose all of that.
I think the rule's short-sighted. What teams are going to do? They're probably going to do more squibs and and everything like that. And does that not make it equally unsafe, if not more unsafe, to do squib kicks and you get scrums and all this bullshit happening? It's not going to be watchable as well if you have all these like fucked.
What about
squib
if
kicks and shit?
What about if you're giving up 25, no matter where they catch it? Do you just try and do a lot more onside kicking?
Surprise.
Well, that too. Yeah.
Chip it up in
Which
the air.
I think that's positive if that happens.
That's the silver lining.
I like the shorter field offense, obviously, will create a higher scoring game.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for the day that they say, right, we've eliminated the kickoffs. It's going to start with playoffs because all the rule changes always start with playoffs. And it's going to be that every team starts from the 25. And I think that's actually really crap because, I mean, let's think of every time special teams has just totally rocked a fucking game.
Super Bowl Colts and Bears?
Yeah, the Super Bowl Colts and Bears. Devin Hester's a really good example. It happened also with Percy Harvin. It's just such an exciting way to play the game. And I think that you're going to take that away next. The whole reason they take it away is contact. So next we're going to start to get, a lot more precious with any type of contact. And now we're going to start to play a pseudo flag football. And I understand player safety is important, but I do believe that every single player knows and acknowledges that when they get on the field that safety's great, but they're going to get hit, right? And they've known that since they were 3 years old. So that for me is, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Well, one good rule would probably be the playoff rule or the overtime now, which I was discussing with John now, that you must get a possession even if you score in the first. So that then turns, if you're versing the Chiefs, you're always going to go for the two-pointer, because you're still not going to give Mahomes a chance to come back and score a touchdown. So there's another decent one that not many teams, because they said it was in the playoffs but never happened. Yeah. They'll go up first, score, and then Josh Allen will still have a chance to score, which you rarely see it anyway, a first team going down and scoring. It was very rare you saw it.
Yeah, well, that was taken from college, because I think the way the college overtime rules work is everyone starts from like the 30-yard line. Yeah, I know it's not that exact rule, but that makes college exciting, interesting.
I think it is the 25.
Is it from the 25?
Pretty sure it's 25.
Right, because in college, it's something along those lines, and it's just, you get these 70-point games, which is really interesting.
There was that 72-70, like LSU and 7 overtimes a couple of years ago. Outstanding game.
Actually, I saw a picture of that. They soaked the coach just before full time.
What type of soaking?
Yeah, soking. Yeah, that's a flashback.
Zach Wilson, impressive on
for 7 straight overtimes, he was soaked in Gatorade.
Could you just imagine soaking while being soaked in Gatorade?
Oh, God.
How uncomfortable.
The smell. What flavour?
Well, I have to say,
what colour flavour?
Watermelon.
Purple.
Grape. Yeah, grape. Remember when last year, just for another flashback, we talked about making some really dumb bets, and we were trying to work out what were it was a Super Bowl, and we were trying to work out what the color of the Gatorade would be, and I said it would be purple, and it was like
11-1,
11-1, and it fucking was purple.
Man, I
Man.
backed the Chiefs after 4 weeks. I still didn't get 11 to 1. All you have to do is pick Gatorade.
You backed the Niners to
Oh,
the conference. You
God.
had them at 11-0.
Oh,
I
God.
did. Yeah.
All right. Well, I tell you what. Let's move on from these 4 downs because, guys, the reason we're here is it's week fucking 1, and that means there are games to preview. And as always, we've got 5. So for anyone who's new here, it's the first episode of the season. I may as well get the housekeeping over and done with. We're going to preview 5 games every single week. And then the following week, we're going to see how we went with our choices. So we're actually going to pick. Now, there's a healthy competition. Last year, there was a Macca's competition, and what had to happen to the loser was they had to sit in the McDonald's for 24 hours, and the only way they could reduce an hour was by eating a cheeseburger. They needed to live stream the whole thing. Now, unfortunately, I have to say, I was the loser. Have I done the Macca's challenge yet? No. I had a fucking baby. And everyone's been looking at me like, oh, you haven't fucking done it. I had a baby. All right. She's a little bit older now. It's safe for me to go and ruin my fucking coronary arteries. 2nd of October. That's the date of the live stream and the date that I'm going to go do it. I'm going to do a live episode for 24 hours or less, depending on how much Macca's I eat. And I'm going to dedicate that episode to...
The Jets and Chiefs.
No, to the New England Patriots.
Oh.
I was going to talk about the Patriots for an hour. No, I'm not. I'm gonna run an episode of the podcast live
Oh,
while I do
this
the
is
Macca's
brilliant.
challenge because I lost, and I expect you guys to call in. In fact, I'm going to be
Call
taking
in.
I'm going to be taking live callers the whole way through. This is going to be fun.
This is getting better.
This is
I'm
getting
loving
better.
this.
Yes, I'm going to take live callers the whole way
Disappointment
through.
is... My emotion has been completely turned. I'm very happy now.
You are very happy. So Macca's challenge, 2nd of October, so that I can pay my dues for coming last year. What are we going to do this year? Well, this year we decided to change it up, and we took a vote just before this first episode. And,
Vote.
well, we took a vote, and what I mean by a vote is I'm the one who controls the hardware. I'm the one doing the recording, so you can all shut the fuck up
It's a
and listen to what I
dictatorship,
say.
folks.
It
It's
is
a
a
dictatorship.
dictatorship. I
It's
like
like
to...
the NFL.
They're popular these days. Populism's back, man. So
It is. So what are we going to do this year? This year I think is going to be exciting because the loser is going to have to perform a 10-minute comedy stand-up set.
I thought it was 5.
No,
How
it
did we just
became
double it?
dictatorship. You just said so. It's going to be a 10-minute or whatever we can find. Like there'll be an open mic somewhere, and maybe it'll be 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. Whatever it's going to be, we're going to find a really dank place, and we are actually going to encourage people to come down. And I tell you what, if we can get a big enough list, I might even try and see if we can get some money going to charity. But essentially, someone in this room who comes last will need to perform a 5 to 10 minutes comedy set, and there are a couple of rules. Number 1, they will not be able to say why they're there. So there will be people that will listen, that will heckle. They will not be able to say, oh, look, I'm only up here because I lost this fantasy bet or whatever else it might be. They're not allowed to talk about that. The second thing is they can talk about any topic, but they cannot talk about the NFL. So you cannot jump on stage and make jokes about the NFL or something like that. It's got to be about something that feels off topic for you. The third thing is the three of us, the other 3, are going to be there to heckle. And it's our job to not only record this live stream, make sure that everyone gets to see it. We're going to heckle like motherfuckers. So this year, I do believe, is more challenging than the Macca's challenge.
God.
And I'm very much looking forward to one of us having to do a comedy set.
Bet.
Wonder what the sports bet odds of
what about
Spain.
how funny ever is going to be like 1 minute? I don't want to listen to it for 5.
Well, you can heckle him and then walk out and throw something at him if you like.
Get
If it
off the
happens to be
stage.
edgy.
Throw it at him,
Yeah, maybe like a sausage roll or something like that. Just fucking ding on the chin.
That'd be
Throw a challenge flag.
Yeah, sign it first. Yeah. Actually, you know what? That's another thing, and we're going to be able to throw challenge flags, and no one else is going to understand what the fuck's going on.
An autographed sausage roll. That's the best.
Yeah, and we might even print it to DVD for people to buy off the website that doesn't exist yet.
people
Um,
use
All right,
DVDs
John.
anymore?
Yeah,
So-
we're in, I suppose.
So we're in. That's what we're doing
Alright.
this year. It's going to be exciting. So for the last year's dues, I have to pay them live stream, 24 hours or less, depending on how many cheeseburgers I eat. That is the 2nd of October.
Which Macca's would you like to do it?
I was thinking of Engadine because if I shit myself,
fuck
then it's...
Oh, like the
It's-
former Prime Minister.
Like the former Prime Minister.
fantastic.
Sharks fan,
If
Yeah.
you got to go, you got to go. I think
Scotty
Engadine will
Mo.
be...
Malcolm No, sorry, Mel.
No,
Or
it
Texas.
wasn't
That's
Mel.
Potts
Coming-
Point McDonald's, I
That's
think.
Potts- that is
I
Potts
don't think they have one up
No,
there.
that's a British. They do actually.
King's
Isn't the-
Cross?
isn't the
Oh, there's
station,
a
isn't
King's
it?
Cross
Yeah,
Bank.
That's a pretty
Yeah.
dank one.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking Engadine because there's going to be a lot more people at
Oh,
Engadine.
how good.
And it's the second of October, so it's a public holiday Sunday. So
Just before the
there's-
Chiefs and Jets game.
there's likely to be a lot of people there. It's quite exciting.
That's
and then
NRL Grand Final night too.
Oh, it
So it'll be
is?
a big night.
No.
Yes.
Am I doing this on the
There'll be a
NFL
lot
Grand
of
Final
drunk.
night?
There'll be a lot of drunk.
We need to make sure you
rugby
finish your
league
burgers
fans.
before
Panthers, Broncos,
the grand
prediction?
final. Then.
Lot of
Well,
drunk
or
rugby
you
league
guys
fans,
can
yeah.
come and watch the grand final with me while I'm there on the live
Oh,
stream.
my
Just come and
lord.
I don't
After
know.
What a
Actually, did
query.
you watch it? Where'd you watch
Maybe
the NRL
that's
Grand
it.
Final? Macca's.
Oh god! All right, let's get back into it. So, game previews. We, as always, have 5 games to preview. We've chosen some really tight-looking games. We've chosen some blowouts, and we chose some like gimmies or some not so gimmies. Some weird games. Let's start with Kansas City, Detroit, the first game of
Tomorrow.
the season. I'm sure we're all excited, but I don't know what I make of this game being the first game of the season. I think it's going to be a fucking bloodbath.
It's gonna be
Do you?
the last
Oh,
time these two teams faced each other, wasn't it like 104, 105 points between them? It was like 51, 54 or something.
Oh, I can't remember.
It was a massive scoreline.
Was it?
It's going to be all offense all the time.
We'll find out.
No Chris Jones, so Chiefs defense ain't going to be too
You have
good.
both division
I think
favourites
this will
playing
be
each
high
other.
score.
Maybe no Kelsey.
And maybe no Kelsey. Yeah.
Right.
No, I think this is mad. Like Detroit finished really strong. They were all offense. I
Dan the Man
like
Campbell.
it. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be mad.
Well, what are our picks? What do you think, Matt?
Well, not as high scoring. Won't be over 100 points, but I'm going 38-31 to Kansas City.
Wow.
I
Mitch.
think similar margin, similar winner, but a lower score. I think Kansas City run the ball a lot here, especially without, or if Kelsey's unavailable and no Chris Jones. I want to keep the ball on offense for a long time. So I'm going KC 26, Detroit 17.
I got
Evan?
close. I got the Chiefs 33-27.
Wow. Well, I'm going to bring it home. I've got a bloodbath. I've got KC 37 to Detroit 17. So I think it's going to
Shit.
be quite a big margin there, and I think that Dan Campbell and the Lions, sorry Craig, will have a really really good season, but
Tough
I don't
start.
think this is the game for them. I think they're just unmatched all over the place. But you know, I'd like to see a tight competitive game. In fact, I want to see Detroit win, but I just don't think it's going to happen.
It's so huge, bro. If Kansas City without 2 of their best 3 players, like if Kelsey
Yeah.
doesn't play, like that's
Yeah.
massive.
True. I guess we'll see what happens. Let's go into Pittsburgh, San Francisco. Your favorite, Matthew?
Kenny Pickett versus
Kenneth.
Brock Purdy. Who would have thought this
They-
time last year?
They actually,
Yeah, that's true.
they look really good in the preseason.
do,
man.
yeah.
They
I
look
agree.
they actually look really good. The Pickett to Pickens connection. Yeah, and even their defense. Their defense, to be fair, was pretty good last year as well. Up until this morning, I had the Steelers. Reason being Nick Bosa in his holdout, but
Cash.
right
man.
before I put my multi in, I saw that he had signed a fucking massive deal,
Biggest deal ever.
biggest deal. So he now eclipses Aaron Donald. I think averages like $3 million more a year than Aaron Donald or something now. But
Yeah, I mean Aaron's getting a bit old, so it was.
Yeah, and
he's had
Still
the best
dominant,
record
but
quite
he's
some
salary
just
time,
cap
like,
keeps
you know.
going up by the
yeah,
end.
that's
But
right.
Chris Jones is looking at his GM like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Where's my money, bro?
I think a few players are going to start to look
Dallas
that
have
way.
the issue next year with
Micah
Micah.
Parsons,
Parsons,
that's
third,
going to be a
yeah,
big
yeah.
one.
Third contract for Chris Jones, but
Yeah, look, so inclusion of Nick Bosa is massive, so I still think it's going to be close. I've got 24-21 49ers. That's tipped me over.
I think a bloodbath with actual blood here. Like it's be
In the red
really
jerseys.
physical game. 2 super physical defenses, 2 awesome defensive fronts. I like Pittsburgh. I think they're in the preseason. They've been great. The Niners started the last couple of years quite slowly as well. They got comfortably beaten in Chicago in the snow in the first game last year, or in the snow and the rain with Trey Lance. Remember him?
Yeah.
And
Who dat?
yeah, I'll go kind of similar amount of points. Pittsburgh 23, Niners 17 for mine.
Damn,
Both
wow.
teams will be good this year, but
I got a good one. So I'm just rolling on a CMC train and Debo Samuel. I got the Niners smacking them 31-14.
Wow.
Close, really.
Well, look,
So
you
they're
know,
going to go all the way. They're going to in Pittsburgh's house and pull their
boat
pants
race.
down.
Wow, that's
Pull their
big.
pants down, everything.
Wow.
they're going to give them the steal.
They're a good
Exactly.
team. Fucking good team.
Won't be a
Niners,
curtain.
man.
It'll be a pipe.
They're- fucking good team, the Niners, but
They are. I just I wonder if Brock Purdy's come back too soon from
Tommy
a
Lee.
surgery.
they'll be shaky on offense,
Did you just
mate.
say Tommy Lee surgery?
Tommy
John.
Lee?
Tommy John's Tommy Lee surgery. This is like fucking Men in Black.
Got
Thinking about the
Prince Albert. That's Tommy Lee surgery, piercings and tattoos. Seriously.
Oh God, could you imagine
Brittany,
Tommy
how are
Lee
ya?
surgery? Could be worse. Could be Tommy Lee Jones surgery.
Wow.
Remember that old guy?
That
The Men in
geezer.
Black.
That
fucking
geezer.
That geezer. Do you know, by the way, Tommy Lee Jones? I don't know if you know this, but he's like famous in Japan for being on the Boss Coffee ads.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
He is like, he's like the alien or something in the Boss Coffee ads.
Yeah,
Something
I've
fucking
seen
Shout
it.
out
Yeah.
Boss Coffee.
Yeah,
Tommy
shout
Lee
out.
Jones would play Bill Belichick in like an NFL movie, wouldn't he?
Oh, that's
You reckon?
Surely
I
would.
still can't believe that Kevin
Nah, he's
James
not
fucking
curmudgeon.
played
Sean
Sean Payton in a fucking movie. Kevin James.
Casting blunder. That's terrible.
That's horrible.
horrible.
He should have played Matt Patricia.
Yeah, you probably should have. Fuck, that's funny.
Who have you
Well,
got, John?
yeah, I've got Pittsburgh just slightly edging this one, 21-20. I think Brock's come back just a touch too soon. I think San Fran will have a great year, but I actually think that this, Pittsburgh connection between Kenny Pickett and George Pickens just looks fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you know
they've
when
been
you got
impressive, man.
when you got a good
Who's their other
WR1,
wideout? Deontay
who
Johnson.
cares?
He's good too, man.
Yeah, he is good
He's
actually.
really good as well.
But they've also got, I think, Pat Freiermouth, the tight end.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he had a bit of a crap season last year, but they were all easing back into the
Finished
offense.
all right. They finished well
finished
as a whole.
well.
Yeah.
So I'm actually
Got
got.
to be their 20th year with a positive record.
Well,
Over
It will
500.
be.
yeah,
They'll
I
win
think
more.
I
On
think
this
so.
one,
I
we're
think they'll
rooting for
definitely
you,
win
Mike,
more.
For sure.
Yeah, I think so too.
So we're split on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
We're
are
split.
split on
It's
this
a
one.
good game, good teams, big brands, great
Yeah.
early window game.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk Chargers, Finns.
Toss of the coin.
It's actually quite hard to pick this one.
This is a really difficult one to pick.
Yeah,
I think Miami's defense is going to be better with Fangio there.
I agree.
Everyone knows my feelings about the Chargers, but I am just going with the home field advantage, 27-20 Chargers. For
Hmm.
me.
Yeah, I picked the Chargers just 30-27. I think there's probably a couple more touchdowns than you had there, Matty. But nearly a last possession wins game. Like
Yeah.
both fairly loaded offenses with, some questions on defense despite their personnel and their coaching. Their defenses should perform better than what they did last year, both these teams.
Mhm.
But I think a high scoring game early in the season should be entertaining. Hopefully, a nice sunny day.
Hopefully Tua can fall correctly.
Well, did you see that he's getting lessons from a Brazilian jiu-jitsu coach? Did you see that?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
certainly
to learn how to like.
He's been so funny with the press. Holy shit.
He's put on. He's put
I
on
like
some
Tua.
size, man.
I don't want to see him like fucking lose his career to a concussion.
Yeah.
I just worry about the positions that the team put him in last year. I think anyone who listened last year. I'm not a Finns fan at all. I fucking hate the Miami Dolphins, but I just didn't like the position they put the player in, and that's paramount.
It was ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. But
Yeah.
Evan, what do you think?
Short and sweet. I got Tua outperforming Justin 28-24.
Nice and tight. Well, I'm going to back that up and go Finns over the Chargers,
Oh, split again.
24-21.
Split again.
This is part of the fun. It's good to be split.
Very good.
Like fucking peas.
Very nice.
Split down the middle. Giants, Cowboys.
Big D, Big G. Sunday night football.
you know-
Carrie Underwood.
I want you to lead us off, Carrie.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we know. Well, actually.
Well,
we can
I've
do it.
been waiting all year for Dallas to lose in week 1. So I'm going to go Giants and Saquon Barkley, 2 touchdowns, 23-21, with Brandon Aubrey, our new kicker, missing.
Oh, that 71 Madden rating.
Field goals or
Missing.
XPTs
I'm going to somehow predict this, a 51-yarder.
to win it.
To win it.
Oh wow.
Misses a wide left.
I've also got a 3-point margin, 17-14 to the Cowboys, though.
Geez, that's a low score.
Yeah. I don't see a lot of. I think this is gonna be a shit game, to be honest, and not a lot of points. It'll just be really boring watch.
You reckon?
Yeah. But your Cowboys will get there by 3, 17-14.
I don't
Mitchell?
want that. I want to lose.
Yeah.
I know you don't.
Cowboys for me. I think their Giants are a decent squad. Cowboys are better though, particularly on the defensive side of the ball. I think they win 23-20. But yeah, pretty close.
Yeah. Well, I wrote down Giants 47-0 just so that he could see my iPad. but that's not truthful. Although I do think that Well, I was about to say the team in blue, but that's kind of conflicting.
That's fine.
They're both in blue. So,
Predominantly
I
blue?
think predominantly.
won't be
Well,
both
it
in blue
depends.
and
No, not on
I
the
would
same
have
day.
thought, but yeah.
But I think the Giants win. I think the Giants are going to win 31-28. I think
We
it'll
are
be a tight
split.
game.
Again.
Split again, yeah.
Well, the next game, same stadium, different teams.
Same stadium, different teams.
He's
Yeah.
here
Wow.
in
How about
New
this one?
York.
Yeah, he is here in New York. And we've got Jets and Bills.
Bills at Jets, right?
Yep.
Bills at Jets.
That's a good changeover of the stadium.
9/11 commemoration game, I do believe. I know it's not on 9/11, but I think they're doing something for 9/11. That's why both the New York teams are home. Quite passionate for New York fans and for New Yorkers alike. I'm going to kick things off really quickly, and I do believe we top the Bills. I have to go for my Jets. I believe that this is the fucking year. This is the fucking year, and I will go down in flames. I know it, but this is the fucking year we get to the AFC Championship game again and just fucking flop. Jets over the Bills. It's so emotional.
Dallas
28-20.
has been saying that for 20 years, John. We know how you feel.
28.
Well, he's choking on his own scoreline. What was that?
No, he
28,
hit me and then
28-20 Jets.
28-20 and I slutted everywhere. 28-20 Jets. I think we edge this game. I think we show everyone that we're fucking serious. Our defense looks really good. Aaron Rodgers looks really good. And I'm excited for a great season. 13-win season, baby. Yeah, would.
Yeah.
Starting with the Bills.
I'm siding with you, John.
Yeah?
I think the Jets win. I think they split their games this year, Bills and Jets. You'll get them the opener.
Yeah.
I'm not high on the Bills, by the way. I can't fathom how they're favourites for the division. I probably can't fathom it. It's probably fair, but I think the Bills missed the playoffs entirely.
Oh, I would love that.
I think they missed the playoffs entirely.
That'd be great.
But yeah. Anyway, more to the point. 24-21 to the Jets for me.
Mitch, your other two AFC nemesis? What do you
Yeah,
reckon?
I think the Bills should be favourite for the division, although I also don't think they'll win it. There's enough questions about them, but there's enough questions about Miami and the Jets at this stage as well. I think the Jets are equipped to answer them. Ultimately, this game for me decided by the fact the Jets are more likely to get at Allen than what the Bills are to get at Rodgers without Von Miller. So
Yeah. That's fair.
home field advantage. I'll go Jets 2017. I think this will be pretty old school and physical and really entertaining start to Monday night.
On that point, there's been a lot said about the O-line for the Jets. So the point about
Von Miller
not
being
being able
out's
to-
huge, man. It's massive.
Yeah.
Our own line's going to be all right.
Isn't
All the starters are back.
Robbie blowing up about it though?
Well, I
I saw
mean,
that.
there was the hard
Well,
knock
Solo.
scene in
Yeah,
the
like-
second
like-
episode where it was like
fucking 4 weeks ago.
yeah.
We
They
didn't have
sorted.
half the starters. Dwayne Brown wasn't back, so the left tackle wasn't back. Mackay
Right.
Becton was coming back from his knee.
Yeah.
And they were still working out who the center was going to be. Elijah Vera Tucker hadn't come back yet either. And
Is he back on deck?
Yeah, he's back on deck now. Our entire starting O-line is back.
Amazing.
And Mackay won the right tackle. Don't forget now we've got a couple of big guys at tight end, so we've got extra blocking. We've got Dalvin Cook. Dalvin
Yeah.
Cook is there as well, and he's also he's a pass catcher, and he's actually quite a good pass blocker too. So I didn't think we were going to sign him, but fuck it, I'm glad that we did.
There's more of a buzz about the Jets than the Bills by a long way.
Yeah, I
like the
think
Bills
so.
are just favourite by default because they've won 3 years in a row, but there's a possibility that they finish behind both the Jets and the Dolphins.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm not going to go for the Jets here. I'm going to go for a crazy one here. Bills are going to win 27-17. And as Aaron Rodgers is driving up the field to win, pick six, DeMar Hamlin. Comeback player of the year to start off the year.
Oh, that's it. That's
That's
I-
outstanding.
On 9/11, how about that for a
Yeah.
story?
If that happens, I will donate $250 to a charity of your choice.
Cheapskate.
Whoa.
250.
Charity's charity. What do you-
250 is fucking pretty good. How much have you gambled this year, you dickhead, derelict?
Yeah, I've already lost 250
Put it on
before I
black.
walk into this room.
Yeah, thank you. At least I put my money to
Me
good
too.
fucking cause. And I have 2 children, you cockhead.
Yeah.
Do you know how
I'll
much expensive
cop that.
nappies are?
I do
Buy
not.
and
That's
bulk.
previews, boys.
Yeah.
They're good.
That is previews. Previews are done. So guess what time it is now? It's time for Mitch's Multi.
Yeah, speaking of multis,
just talking about degenerate gambling?
Yeah, we just
We
were.
were.
That
we
is
were.
that is a
we
segue
were.
of all segues.
Sponsored by whose bank balance?
Mine.
The listeners. The
Spon-
listeners.
yeah,
bank
the
I think
balance.
listeners.
Drildo now have a betting service, don't
Yeah,
they?
so
Drildo
Drildo
Bet?
do. I
Drildo
like
Bet?
here.
Yeah, I
we're
think we
we're
should
going to
do it.
try and be. I mean, 3 games out of 16, maybe pushing it by 1 game, but we're trying to
Mitch.
be very safe this week.
Mhm.
So we've got a 3-leg multi at $2.62 for every dollar. We're on the Seahawks at $1.40, all money line, by the way. So
money line?
yep, Seahawks $1.40 in their divisional battle at home to the Rams.
Go Hawks.
Jacksonville, albeit away in the Dome in Indy against the Colts with a quarterback and coach change. And we're on Washington at $1.30 to do the business
That's
against
a
the
lock.
tanking Arizona.
That's a lock.
I think betting against the Rams
Power
and
play
the
261.
Rams and the Cardinals most weeks will probably
Heavily
bear fruit.
That's an heavy NFC West multi there.
Yeah,
Three out
but
of-
I think those 2 teams, as I don't know if we were on air, but what we were saying before, like they could win 2 or 3 games between them.
yeah.
Like this year,
Yeah.
they're both going to be very bad. And
You want to throw the Niners in there just to get all 4 NFC West teams?
no, I don't
No,
have all.
don't push
I
it.
don't have all 4 NFC.
This,
teams.
This
is
well, I
what-
don't
is
mind
what
Yeah, yeah.
fucked things
Yeah.
up last
No,
year.
You're
Being
right.
Slightly too ambitious.
Mitchell, I want to see you succeed.
I'm
Just
heavily
really
against.
do. I
I
Heavily,
want to see the
Yeah.
listeners succeed.
I'm
Yeah.
heavily against Rams, heavily against
Odds.
against Cardinals this year, and high on Jacksonville. So
Exactly.
straight down the line, $2.62 for every dollar.
Sensible
But
start.
think about what you could buy if you lose. That's the,
That's
the new campaign.
that's the new.
What are you
seriously.
really gambling with?
yeah.
I see what I'm gambling with. Money that I could buy food with, but I'm going to buy 2.62 times the food when this wins, and I'm going to buy John's cheeseburgers that he eats on October 2. We'll have 4 wins out of 4 before that. Anyway,
Sounds good.
hopefully the Jags and the Commanders can start us off, and the Hawks can finish us
That
in the
would be
late
nice.
window.
That would be nice. And at this point, we always have to say,
Gamble responsibly.
If you're a boring cunt gambler.
oh, fuck.
No,
All right.
anyway.
Well, on that note, speaking of the word cunt, seeing as we
Cunts,
just
how's
dropped
he
it now.
going, by the way? Before
Cunts.
Oh,
He got
he
cut.
cunts.
We got cut.
Yeah,
No.
oh,
no!
And
He's on the
rookie-
practice squad.
His
Practice
rookie
squad.
show thing, the rookie show thing he did on. Did anyone watch Hard Knocks?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't
I
watched
haven't
the
seen it
5th
yet.
one, but on the 2nd episode, there's they like kind of. I don't know. I suppose it's like politically correct hazing these days. They made the rookies do like essentially like a stage show.
Yeah.
And Cunts did one, and like within a minute, like McCall Hardman and stuff, they were just like throwing shit at him, and it was just awful. And yeah, so and CJ Mosley was like,
a bunch of
righto, next
cunts.
time come back, we'll give you another go next week and like do a better job. And Cunts obviously has been cut, not funny and no good. Yeah.
Did we get a jersey in the end or no? We couldn't get in.
Well, he's on the practice squad, so
Yeah,
there
he
is
could
he
still
can
buy
still
one. You don't-
play.
yeah.
And apparently we've protected him this week, so we don't want him to be stolen. He can't steal a cunt away from us, so that's good. But by the way, I do believe that if he does like get starting time this year, then we have to have some sort of honorary cunts award for the SK of the year, and also for the bad SK. So it's good cunts,
We're
bad
talking
cunts.
about cunts. It's sick cunts.
Well, exactly right. That's where we're at now. So SKs and SKs. Now, if you're not sure what this is, because you're a first-time listener, long-time friend, whatever the fuck you might be, we pick every week for fantasy. We pick SKs and SKs. We pick sick cunts and shit cunts. And the point is to tell you who we believe should be playing in your fantasy side this week, if you're playing, and who you probably should consider benching. We're not going to pull out bullshit like, oh, you should play Patrick Mahomes, and you should not start fucking.
Fuck, I had
and you should bench Marcus Mariota. Like that's like the most fucking obvious thing in the world. Duh. The point here is
Hey,
to
Marcus
try and give you
Mariota
some
did
good.
good on a quarterback series. He's a good man.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did
but
Kirk
you don't
Cousins.
get fantasy points for being on
for being on the
quarterback.
bench, yeah, and you also don't get fantasy points for being on the bench behind Jalen Hurts. So that's our attempt to help you with your fantasy side. Sometimes we're good, sometimes we're bad, and I do believe that the bad SK cunt of the year went to you last year for your who was the pick?
Devin Duvernay.
Yeah, the wide out
Zero
from the
point, 0.4
Ravens,
points.
yeah.
If you picked him as a good SK.
I did crunch the numbers and I had the best overall pick
Yeah, but you know,
I was for good SKs. My
Yeah.
good SKs were the
Yeah,
best
but
among you fucking lot.
But that's like Tom Brady going to 10 Super Bowls and losing all of them. Like, you're still going to be marred by that losing record.
That is true. That is
The
true.
LeBron
Hey, that's
argument.
a mad segue because my good SK is Zay Flowers. I went back
What?
to
Back to Baltimore.
I went back to the Baltimore
Oh,
well.
Jesus.
You know, after the Devin Duvernay fiasco, and I was very nervous
That's
selecting
a
Zay
bad
Flowers.
idea.
It's a bad idea, and particularly we just haven't really seen him. Like, he had 2 catches in the preseason, but hey, 2 targets, 2 catches, 26 yards, and a touchdown. So,
Yeah,
but he
interesting.
legit looks good though.
Yeah.
And I think we might have touched on it earlier. Like, this Baltimore offense is looking good. Did we touch on it earlier? I can't remember. I don't know if we'd spoken about that yet. I like the look of Baltimore's offense.
Yeah.
They got good wide receiver depth, but presently he's like projected to get 8.92 points. I think he exceeds that well into the double digits this week against a shitty Houston Texans side.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to back that up with another rookie. And that rookie is going to be Jordan Addison for Minnesota. Even though I am, I have Justin Jefferson on my team, I do actually believe that Jordan Addison will outperform week in, week out because he's going to have less attention on him. Everyone wants to take away JJ. He's a really fast guy.
True.
And points-wise, let me just take a really quick look here, but I don't think he's projected to get heaps. He's projected to get 10.45. I think that he exceeds that, definitely.
Yeah, good
So that's
pick.
my
I like
pick.
that.
Going off you, Matt, I'm going for another offensive weapon in the Baltimore team, and he's only as good as his last game, Odell Beckham Jr.
Oh, man.
Oh,
he's
Jesus.
only started by 12%. He's registered to get 10.81. So I think with a Lamar vehicle, Mark Andrews maybe double coverage, Odell Beckham comes back into 2017 form.
Look, I mean,
Pushes, who knows?
I don't have high hopes for Houston this year, so we could both be looking very good by this time next week, Evan, and we might have 2 good SKs well into the double digits. We'll see.
Lucky.
We'll see.
That'd be interesting. What do you think, Mitch?
I'm going for some homer picks, considering I'm playing you, Johnny. I think my good SK, and they're both at running back. My good SK is Miles Sanders, clear number 1 back at Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Rookie quarterback, so a few screens, bit of running. At Atlanta, not an amazing defensive side. Only predicted to get 9.52. I think he outperforms that by 3 or 4. On 150% return miles, get us into the 14s. Where I reckon the 14s will be where Derrick Henry lands, not in the around 17 where he is projected to.
So he's a bad SK.
Yeah, he's a bad SK for me only this week. I like going big fish against big fish in the bad SK, one of the great fantasy players of recent years. But I'm pretty high on New Orleans. I think they'll go all right this year. Their defense was decent last year, and they should be able to hold the ball for far longer with Derek Carr. So, I'm a little bit against Tennessee as a whole this year too. So
Yeah, I guess we're going to find out. Well,
That's a good bad SK.
That is
That's
a good
bad
bad SK,
SK.
and I'm going to flow
We'll
on
see
to
how we
another
go.
one. And I know that this guy is a fan favorite for many reasons: his physique, his hair, his eyes, his take on Pokemon cards. Jamal Williams. I think that despite starting in place of Alvin Kamara, new team, new city, all sorts of shit, I just think that he flops this week. I think it's
they throw more for mine as well.
I think so as well.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people are going to have him slated in as the starter because Alvin Kamara's suspended for beating someone up, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's out for like
Some
three
shit like
weeks.
that.
Yeah.
Some shit like that. So because of that, I do believe that Jamal Williams, he'll obviously be starting, but I think he'll have a pretty shit game. And then they'll get back Alvin Kamara. And I like Jamal Williams. He's a fan favorite, but I think this week he just doesn't get it done against that team.
It is a depressed running back market and pretty around. I'll continue the running back trend with the bad SKs. Najee Harris against the 49ers. Sit him. He's projected to get 13.11.
Not against that
I
run
think
defense.
No way.
against that run D.
No way.
I reckon he gets like 4.
40 yards.
Wow.
Fuck it. Come on, yeah.
I reckon he gets 4. Yeah,
4?
nah, it'd be Kenneth Pickett through the air all day against the 49ers. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ain't
excellent.
going
That's
nowhere.
going for one of my
Nick
guys.
Bosa's going to be all over him, bro.
You
Yeah.
reckon?
So I'm
It's 4.
going to hit 2 birds with one stone. I said that Dallas is not going to go good week 1. Matt wants to go for one of my guys.
Oh, Tony.
So I'm going to go for
What
one of
are
his
you
guys
stripping?
with the
Yeah. Oh, we couldn't have a good SK, bad SK without referring to CD Lamb. There's 8 of these a
That's
week,
true.
and every single week one of us had CD Lamb last year.
That's true.
So
that's
CD's
true.
meant to get projected to get 19 points against the Giants.
I
So
hope he gets every one of those points.
yeah, I don't think he
I don't
will
think he
because
does,
Dak
though.
week 1 loves his tight ends, loves his drag routes. CD will get covered.
Who's the tight end there now, though?
The tight end is Shower Maker. Oh, Shoemaker, not Shower. Shoemaker and Jake Ferguson. So yeah.
Yeah. What are they rating him at?
Doesn't
Okay,
matter.
so they're not, so
Jake is 74 and
Heavy dose
Shoemaker's
of Tony
76.
Pollard.
so Dak is going to throw it to the tight ends you can't remember the names
Michael
of, but
Gallup.
not CD
No, I
Lamb.
got the names.
No, there's
Michael
Gallup.
Gallup, Brandon Cooks, new addition.
Yeah, there's heavy dose of Tony Pollard.
Yeah. So I
Yeah,
think
I
he'll
think
still
so
get
too.
captured, but he won't
Yeah.
get anywhere near the 19.
Yeah,
He
I'm
might
with you.
get 10 or 11.
That's a
Yeah.
bad SK, Evan. I'm not with you at all. No,
I am. I think he gets
Not
it
with you.
14, 15,
No.
but
no.
All
Darcy
right.
Harris gets 4, that'll win, though. That's a particularly rough day for
We're not
Nashi.
saying if there's an
is.
injury week 1 or quarter 1. We're saying he
didn't
plays
you
Oh
Playing
yeah,
with
Najee,
Kyler
please
Murray last
don't
year.
don't get injured.
Shut up.
Yeah, no. I don't
Just-
want him to just be
Just
shit.
get 4
Fucking
points.
hell.
Just be shit.
I need
Just
to
be
save
shit
face
for
you,
1
man.
week. Yeah, cool. Well, that takes us to everyone's favorite segment. Everyone's favorite segment is garbage time. And just like at the end of an NFL game where nothing really matters, this question that Evan's about to pose is going to create some opinions that don't really matter.
No, I
He
love
thinks
it.
it's a shit
I
question.
normally love your question.
We
I think
normally
this
do
is
love
a
these
good
soccer
questions.
one.
It's a
last
good but a
Yeah,
shit
there was only,
one. So,
there was only one.
You're
really
gonna
bad
mention
one.
it every week. aren't you?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
again, this is
Evan.
This is quarterback minded. Just like last week, I said if all 32 quarterbacks didn't play and the backups played, who would win?
Yeah.
This time, all starting quarterbacks are on one team. Who's playing quarterback, running back, wide receiver, defense?
So as in...
So 32
Oh.
starting quarterbacks, and you
Oh,
need to
yeah.
fill
quarterback
11
question,
roster
but
spots.
It's not a...
On
If
offense and
quarterbacks,
defense.
if
So out
if
of all the
quarterbacks,
quarterbacks that
Yeah.
exist that are like say starters,
So-
but we just that'll be the
No
ones that come to
salary
our
cap.
head.
No salary cap.
No,
they're
no,
on
no,
one
no,
team.
no. They're on one team. They've got to fill the 11-man roster.
So quarterback, running back, wide receivers.
Oh, but a
Yeah.
quarterback's got to play
Yes,
running back.
yes.
Okay, yeah,
They
yeah,
got to
sure.
fill the depth chart, right?
So Lamar's a running back.
So,
surely.
well,
No,
let's start
no,
with.
no,
So
no.
let's start with the quarterback, right?
Allen,
Who's going to be
yeah,
the
it'll be
best
Allen.
quarterback?
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
It's going to be, or is it
Yeah.
not Joe Burrow? Have you seen
No.
Mahomes? Actually, if anyone watched the quarterback show, have you seen Mahomes catch? Because Mahomes is he's like a one-handed catcher.
Yeah,
I actually
he's a
think he's
freak.
wide receiver 1.
No,
Yeah.
I go Burrow slot receiver.
How you don't even
Slot.
know if he can catch?
Yeah, he's nimble.
He's
Like he's
6'5"
nimble.
slot receiver. What the fuck are you
Jackson's
on?
He's not
Yeah.
6'5",
Yeah.
man. He's
like
like
six
six.
foot-
Nah, he's not, bro. He's like fucking 5'2".
This is
What are
a
you
really
talking
good.
about?
This is a good
What
question.
are you talking about?
Kyler Money running back, someone small. and
Joe
quick.
Burrow, height.
Well, no, yeah, I would.
Or do you have
Oh
like?
fuck, he's huge.
Do you have Lamar Jackson as a wide receiver then?
All right, scratch that.
Jalen
Scratch
Hurts.
that.
Yeah,
He's taller
Um,
than Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, all right. I'll cop that. He's
Slot
fucking
receiver.
far tall. I had no idea he was that tall. Holy shit.
He's big.
Okay, sorry.
Get all the starting
Um,
quarterbacks if we can, and we'll just put them down.
Okay.
No, we'll do it off memory. I'll try and find it, but I don't know if I'll be able to find it.
So quarterback, Mahomes.
I
They're
think-
the leading MVP.
yeah, but
The
he is an
quarterback has to, the
unbelievable.
best quarterback has to play quarterback.
He is an unbelievable athlete, though. Yeah.
But running back, Josh Allen.
Or do you want him at tight end?
Josh Allen ain't bad. Actually.
Josh Allen, running back.
Or do you want him at tight end?
Oh, fuck.
All right, I tell you what. How about we do this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk through all the different starting quarterbacks, and
And
we're
we'll
gonna
say
say
the position.
first. Yeah, we're gonna say the position or
Yeah.
cut them.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll
all
cut
right,
them.
all right,
And we're
cool.
just are we just
Yeah,
filling
that's-
off? We're just
yeah,
filling offense,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
All right, cool.
go.
Let's start with.
do
Whereas in
defense,
skill
but no.
position, is it just
We'll
skill
just do a
position?
corner. Maybe we'll
offense?
just say corner,
Well,
middle line.
No,
and
no,
at
no,
the
no,
same
just
time,
offense,
at the
just
same
offense.
time,
Takes
I'm
too
actually
long.
going to map out our offense here in Notability.
You're doing the
so
wing
that-
keel.
I'm gonna pull up our offense here, right? Okay, cool.
Well,
So let's start with Lamar Jackson. Do we think he
Wide
has a place?
receiver.
Yeah, he's a wide receiver.
Why wouldn't he be a running back?
Yeah, running back for me.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think
He'd
just
be
going
RB.
swimmingly.
He'd be like RB2.
No, but there's no. We just got to fill an
Fucking
11-man
beast,
roster.
you're a running player.
So
All
don't
right.
forget we
Justin
can
Fields.
cut
With
him.
all the
We can
running
cut
back
him.
jokes,
We
you have
can
to
cut
put
him,
in-
right?
you have
Can't
to put him
cut
running.
Lamar.
You have to put him
All right,
running
running
back.
back,
with all the
running back.
jokes.
Fine.
All right,
Fine,
great.
fine.
So that's
Running back.
Lamar
Cool.
Running
at
RB.
running back.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, cool. Josh Allen.
Running
Running
back
back.
or tight end.
Just go tight end.
Why not
Just get-
fullback?
Are we going to play with a
we're
fullback,
gonna
are
play
we?
fullback.
But then we've got to
Go
get
back
rid of
to the
an
2000s.
extra receiver.
That's
Yeah.
Okay, so where are we putting
Tight
him?
end.
Tight end.
Tight end.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
I don't
So-
reckon we'll be able to get another one at tight end other than him, really.
All right, so we've
He's just
got
such a beast.
Josh
of a
Allen.
Oh god, I could see the
All right,
next names.
Joe
coming.
Burrow.
Yeah, he's
Fuck.
I
quarterback.
think he's got to play quarterback.
Quarterback or wide receiver.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yeah, quarterback.
I think it's
likely.
quarterback. I
He's
think
an
it's definitely
unbelievably
quarterback.
good quarterback.
All right, this guy is definitely not going to make the team.
Deshaun
Deshaun
cut.
Watson. I
Cut
think we
him.
cut Deshaun Watson.
He's a team masseuse.
Team doctor.
He's got some
He
experience.
was a great athlete 3 years ago.
Yeah, but that was a while ago.
CJ cut.
All right, how about this guy, Russell Wilson?
Too old. Cut.
He's just going to be the halftime
Put him at
speech.
center with Zeke.
guy.
Yeah, hype guy.
Too old.
Hype guy.
Yeah, too old. CJ Stroud, don't know enough about
Not
him.
good enough.
Cut him.
Sorry.
Anthony Richardson, see, he'd make a really
he's a
good
mad
running
athlete.
back.
Yeah.
We've got to think
he's
about
a
who's
beast.
going to be
He's a slot receiver.
He's a slot receiver.
who's going to be the
Yeah.
big
Well,
guys.
How tall is he?
Who's going to be the big guys tackling and guarding though?
Oh, we want an offensive line.
We need an
Like,
offensive line. We
yeah.
haven't worked that out yet.
Josh Allen times 5.
Trevor Lawrence?
Oh, he's a big body.
No, I think we got to cut him. I can't see him being on this team.
Bro, Richardson is also
Depends where you play
1.93
Burrow.
meters.
Like, he's a chance
a
to
fucking
play
giant.
quarterback.
He's so tall.
But he's fast.
He's a chance to play quarterback
Who?
if you have Lawrence, if you have Burrow as a receiver.
Nah, but I think we've got to put Burrow at quarterback. He's the most accurate quarterback in the NFL right now.
Yeah,
and
fine.
when you're throwing to a
Yeah,
bunch
yeah,
of cunts
that's
who've
fair.
never played wide receiver, you probably need to have some
Yeah,
pretty,
Burrow
pretty,
quarterback.
pretty
Yeah,
good
Mahomes is
accuracy.
wide out then.
Who are the tallest
Uh,
quarterbacks? And then
alright.
we'll try and know by guarding.
Well, next we've got Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Now, Patrick
You need him in
Mahomes, I
there
think he's got to be a wide receiver one.
Yeah.
I think he's wide receiver one. I think he's our X.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Then what have we got? We've got Jimmy Garoppolo. He's just
No,
too.
can't.
Yeah, he's going to be cut.
On the pine,
Can't
Jimmy
play
Boy.
running position.
Justin Herbert.
Oh.
He's
Tackle
big enough
guard.
guy. Yeah, he could be guard. He's a big boy.
You
He's
reckon?
strong. He's tough. Remember that?
The
where he
the
spat
3
out
4
his fucking
hits.
ribs, like against the Chiefs last
All right,
year.
cool. So
start.
we're going to put him on the line
Yeah.
at.
Don't put
I'm gonna
Tua on
put
the
him at-
line,
I'm putting him at
please.
right guard. Next is Tua
No, you
Tagliatelle.
can't.
Put him on the line.
You can't have him
Tua
do-
unfortunately doesn't get to
concussion
play.
issues. He's gotta sit- he can be
he's gotta
coach.
sit. He's got to sit his ass down. All right, next up we've got Mac Jones.
He can do a guard, surely.
No, we
He's big enough.
can't. Chandler Jones proved that he couldn't.
Yeah, exactly. He
even
can't stop shit.
even make contact.
Yeah, then we got Aaron Rodgers, too old. I love
Yeah.
him, but he's too old. Kenny Pickett.
Too small, I reckon.
Yeah.
His hands are very small.
Do you know what?
So
This would-
he's not a receiver.
Nah,
This
it's
is an
too
interesting
small, man.
one. This is actually an interesting one because I don't know if you guys know this about Ryan Tannehill, but he was a wide receiver all the way through college. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Put him in.
Put him in.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put him.
Although
in
he's
at
old,
the- I'm gonna put
he's-
him in
he's
at
like- he's like-
the
he's
He's a
like the
slot
veteran-
receiver.
Z.
Nah, he's just like the OBJ. He's just like that mature voice, that veteran voice in the wide receiver.
Ryan Dannahill's like OBJ. That'll do me. Like heaps nice,
Oh my
like
God.
just
Yeah, I don't know about
respected,
that. I don't
quiet
know about that.
dude with zero
Alright.
flamboyance.
Next up, we've got Desmond Ritter.
Don't know enough about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we've got Josh Dobbs.
No.
No.
Cut.
Bryce Young, too tiny to be on the
Yeah.
because right now we actually need to mostly fill our offensive line.
Yeah.
Justin
can do a
Fields.
job at wide
running
receiver,
back.
running back.
Okay, so we're gonna get rid of Lamar.
We're
Lamar
gonna
could
need
be
two running
slot.
backs.
Well, no, we need to. It's got to be starting 11.
Fuck. Lamar could be wide out then.
Wide out 3
Well,
slot.
now who are we going to get rid of as a wideout?
Who,
So we're gonna get
who
rid
are our
of-
wideouts?
Our wideouts are currently Mahomes,
Tannehill.
and Anthony Richardson. All right,
Oh,
cut
Now
Anthony
Richardson's
Richardson.
gone.
So Anthony Richardson is
damn.
gone.
He's a rookie. He can be on the line.
and- Yeah.
Lamar's there.
Well, I don't know if he's big enough to be on the line. So now we're going to put who are we putting at the back? We're
Justin
putting
Fields and Lamar are just
Justin Fields
amazing
at the back.
runners.
Justin Fields,
Lamar slot.
and then we're going to put Lamar.
So Lamar, Mahomes, and Tannehill. Getting the ball from Burrow.
Mind you,
Josh Allen at
mind
tight
you,
end.
we've only
What
picked
a
AFC. We're going to the NFC now.
No, we've been to the NFC.
No, we haven't. Now we are. We've just hit the NFC now.
Yeah, well, just by with Justin Fields
Oh yeah,
and Josh Dobbs.
Jalen Hurts can be on the line. He's strong enough. He can squat like 700
Yeah.
pounds.
Dak,
Yeah,
where are we
true.
gonna put Dak
Dak,
Prescott?
right tackle. He's not your left tackle, but he's your right.
Yeah, Prescott
yeah.
can be
Yeah.
on the line.
Yeah.
Prescott's a big, strong boy.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
definitely.
so now for our line. Sorry, I'm just editing things here.
Prescott.
What do you reckon? Right
Hurts.
tackle? You reckon right tackle?
Right tackle. He's quick enough to move out.
All right.
Do you reckon
cool.
Hurts
We had Joe
Centre?
Burrow.
Rusher.
Center?
Or pass rusher. Because he's just fucking explosive, man.
No, I reckon Jalen Hurts is your insurance left tackle.
Mm.
Pretends, because think about it, the AFC guys don't want to protect Burrow. The NFC guys will be like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, we are playing a hypothetical game. I don't want to get him injured.
I've also got on my list who would be the kicker.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so who's our
Oh,
line again?
jeez.
So who's our line again?
We've got Dak
what
as
do we-
right tackle.
Dak. Okay, so
Dak. Dak, Jalen.
Sounds ridiculous.
And who's
Jalen left.
Jalen's left tackle.
We need
Jalen.
3 more.
And we need 3 more. So we got Brock Purdy, no.
No.
Geno Smith, no. Baker Mayfield, no.
Jeez.
Sam Howell. Okay, so now we've exhausted the list.
We
So
need
now we're going to
AFC.
go back up.
No, well, what about
That's
Daniel
everyone.
Jones?
Danny Jones, Danny Dimes.
Will-
Yeah,
why isn't he on
he's
this list?
he's stout.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins.
Oh,
Nah, that's it,
Nah,
nah.
fuck off.
All right, no Kirk Cousins. Matt
What-
Stafford is a bit of a liability.
No, you can't have
Yeah.
Matt Stafford.
Jared Goff's quite big. He might make a good censor.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Jared Goff's in there by default. Probably much like why he's in the
the
Lions.
Lions and Rams.
All right, so now we just need 2 guards.
Roethlisberger would have been a mad
Oh,
center.
he would have been
He'd have been mad
guard.
center.
Where
Be
we
mad
got
guard
Herbert?
too.
Didn't we put Herbert on the line?
Yeah, Herbert.
Oh yeah, Herbert. Yeah, that's right. Herbert. So we need one more. So Herbert's our right
Mac
guard.
Jones on the line.
No, Mac Jones.
Just
is
put
it.
Mac Jones in.
Left
Fuck,
guard,
Just give him a
just-
job. Give him
No
something.
way. He can
Well,
fill the orange.
there's always one
Fill
liability.
the oranges.
Who's
Now
the-
we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got an 11-man roster.
Who's
So
the kicker?
don't worry about
We're
the
not gonna
kicker
do special
right now.
teams,
Don't worry about
bro.
the special teams. So
Kickers
announcing. So can someone bring out some NFL music? We're gonna have Al Michaels. We're gonna announce this team.
Okay.
Evan, do you want to do us the
Put
honors?
NFL. No, we're
Evan,
going to
do us the
copyright
honours.
NFL on Fox.
Don't worry about it. I'll deal with that later. I'll deal with the copyright later. Come on.
Oh, I should do play introductions.
Yeah,
Job-
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know their colleges though.
You don't have to worry about that. Bam.
Well, we have a
Yeah.
windy day here in Green Bay. It's the Green Bay Packers against the Chicago Bears. Lining up for Green Bay, we have Joe Burrow at quarterback, running back Justin Fields, wide receivers Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Ryan Tannehill. The line, Jalen Hurts, Mac Jones, Jared Goff, Justin Herbert, and Dakota Prescott. Join us, NFL on Fox.
Well done, Kevin Burkhardt.
All right, on that slightly awkward and weird moment, we're actually going to wrap up the podcast. So we have an amazing season coming because the NFL is fucking amazing. And as always, and especially now that we're on video, what do we want you to do? Well, we want you to like the video, leave a comment. Most importantly, there's going to be a subscribe button somewhere. Subscribe because the theatrics will continue and we're here whether you like it or not. So let's continue to have fun, fellas. Here's to a good season. No major concussions from Tua Tagliatelle. And on that note, last year it was peace. That's how we finished the
let's,
podcast.
Let's do
Yeah.
away with peace.
Is it
what's the end of
Toodaloo, motherfuckers?
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Toodaloo, motherfuckers.
Yeah, fuck yeah, let's go with that.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Toodaloo, motherfuckers.
That was gay.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.